Beverly Flaxington is known as the human behavior coach. She is a 3-time best-selling gold award-winning author, an investment industry professional, an international speaker, an accomplished consultant, certified hypnotherapist, personal and career coach, college professor, corporate trainer, facilitator, behavioral expert. So Bev, let me take a question for you. Why are advisors so often opposed to the idea of selling, and how can they get over their aversion?
So I would say it goes, it's an extension to some of what Dan was just talking about, which to me, and I've literally grown up in this business in sales, what advisors are doing is not what I would call classic selling, nor should they be doing classic selling. We won't even honestly put together modules when advisors ask us to, how do they overcome objections? It's not about trying to convince someone of something. It's not about delivering what you can do and hoping that you get to the right thing for someone. And it certainly isn't about overcoming someone's objections. It's really about letting people know what it is that you're capable of doing, the sorts of problems that you can solve, the way in which you can solve those problems, and then really connecting with them and engaging. So we ask advisors and they'll say, sales, it's a dirty word, used car. But when you do it the right way, what you're doing is you're deepening a relationship. You're creating a relationship. So I think we have to change the whole mindset around what sales means in this business.
So Bev, shifting gears a little bit, but what are the top 3 things an advisor could do right now to start finding new opportunities?
A lot has been said that this virtual world has changed things up so much. And I have literally on screen looked at thousands of advisors telling me they can't do the sorts of things that they're used to doing because they can't sit down and have that cup of coffee or that in-person meeting with someone. And that is simply not true. So 3 things that you can do. First of all, if you have not segmented your client base, you need to do that. And segmentation does not mean looking at the AUM and the fees that somebody is paying you and doing a gold, silver, bronze level of service. Segmentation means looking to see, what do you know about these folks? What sorts of hobbies do they have? What's their lifestyle like? What sorts of impact might they have had going on specific for them based on what's happened to all of us over the last year? So I have had advisors come back who have worked with clients for 25, 30 years and said, there's a lot with these folks I don't know. And so back to the point of asking the questions, trying to understand what's going on with someone, that's a big one right there. Second is doing some things to show your value. I've had so many webinars of just brainstorming and sharing ideas. I had an advisor talk about just pulling some people together to simply discuss R&Ds. They're confusing. If you have people that are in that age range, why can't you be sharing, having open dialogue, allowing people to bring questions? Just because we're virtual doesn't mean we're not trying to answer the same sorts of things. So that's number 2. And number 3 is being able to connect in with the COIs, with the people in your network, and broadening that past the accountant and the attorney. What about realtors who are also dealing with different things in these times? What about physical therapists? What about business consultants? We're all looking for ways to connect in more deeply and differently. And why can't you as the advisor be the one who is looking for opportunities to bring people together? Every time I have an advisor go do any one of these things, they always come back to share the success stories that go along with it. So just do one of them, if not all 3 of them.
So why does behavioral style matter so much in prospect and client interactions?
And that's really at the root of it. So we all have what we call our behavioral DNA. And, this idea, right, of being able to engage with someone 100% of the time, the way that we best do that is when we are able to match the style of communication of the person on the other side of the table from us. Or if it's spouses and opposites attract, you might have people with two different sorts of styles. To the degree that I'm able to understand my own tone, pace, the words that I use to describe things, my body language, and to be able to read that of someone else and match my responses, the way I deliver my questions, the way I might answer something in accordance with how that person is wired. It's all about, there's so much research. People buy from people they like. Who do we like? People like us. And so that is one quick way that you can be able to match to someone on the other side and have them see, I get you. We communicate similarly.
Yeah, so really you're speaking to being adaptable in those moments and being able to meet the needs of the client in front of you.
Yeah, not mirroring, right? Not imitating, just matching to the tone and the pace and the style. If I'm fast and you need to think and process, I'd better let you have time to do that, or you're not going to like me very much.